What's up, YouTube? I am Z-Town Train, and this is just a basic dude vlog. And I've kind of a cool review that I've had coming for a long time coming today. I've had this item for a while, and I've wanted to do this review for a little bit, but I just kind of haven't. It's just sort of been on the back burner waiting a little bit. And what we're going to look at today is the Ozark Trail focusing LED flashlight, and it says that it is 420 lumens, IPX4 weatherproof, and it is got a focusing light and a wide floodlight. It comes with 3 Duracell batteries, which I think it's nice that they put brand name batteries in it. 2 hours high, 15 hours low. And we're going to take a look at this. The reason that I want to look at it is because I want to see how it stacks up against my favorite all-time flashlight, which is also an Ozark Trail flashlight. I put the yellow tape on there just so I could see it if I dropped it on the ground somewhere when it was turned off. And I believe this was the QT100 or the LT100. I think it's QT100 for some reason, but it is the old, the very old, probably at least 6 or 7 years old, Ozark Trail flashlight. You can see the name right there. And this has been my favorite flashlight for a long time. As you can see, he has been through it all with me for a long time. He is battle scarred and well worn and still works. That was a little bit bright, sorry about that. But he's only supposed to be 100 lumens. And when I got that little 100 lumen flashlight, I was pretty much amazed at how bright it was 6 or 7 years ago. And this new one is supposed to be more than 4 times as bright. So I thought we would take a look at it together. So let's get them open. What do we have today? Oh God, it's going to be an all Ozark Trail day, because I have an Ozark Trail knife, the $5 green meanie there in my pocket. I meant to have one of the ones that my son bought me for the next video, and I did not do that, but that's okay. As you can tell, that actually works pretty well, but I sharpened her up a bit. Let's get this bad boy open. Now, there's a tie right there. Contains 3 AAA batteries. Do not mix old and new batteries. Blah, blah, blah. There's not a whole lot to the packaging on this one. Sorry I keep wandering out of frame. These aren't exactly what you'd call professional reviews. And I thought, when I first got this, I thought it was going to be plastic, and it is not. It is a good solid metal flashlight. It's got some weight to it without the batteries in it, which is surprising. It is the same sort of shape as the other one, except thicker and shorter. It has a cartridge to insert the 3 AAA batteries. A lot of flashlights now that are running on a more common, like a AAA or a AA, have these little cartridges in them instead of going to a C or a D battery. So they're just running with the fact that you're going to probably have AA's or AAA's laying around. And instead of doing a C cell, they're probably getting a higher voltage out of the 3 batteries, and probably a longer life out of the 3 batteries than they would a single C or a single D, would be my guess. That's my guess on why they're doing that. Now you've put these in the cartridge like so. There's one end and the other, and now you have 3 AAA's as 1 battery in here, really? Kinda. They did a lot of really cool stuff. There's not exposed springs in here anymore. So if you notice, that is got the spring behind it. It's like a button with a spring behind it. That's like a button with the spring behind it. So you don't have exposed springs anymore inside of your flashlight at all. And I think that that's neat. I think that's going to add to the durability of it. And then that goes in, the button on that went toward the top. The button on that went toward the top. This is the worst review I've ever done, oh my god. I feel distracted doing this. What in the world? It's so strange. I've done so many of these and I don't know why this particular one. I'm just out of frame and weird. It's so weird. Anyway, so here it says Ozark Trail on the side. It's got some weight to it. It weighs maybe 20% more than this. This runs on 2 AA's. This on 3 triple. And let's take a look. So it should have a high beam and a low beam. This might be a little bit bright. That is the wide floodlight. There's the low. Oh, that's crazy. I hope that no one got sick from that. I didn't know that it was going to do that. And there's the high, very bright. And apparently it also has strobe, which is tactical, kind of. So it makes it almost a tactical flashlight because of the strobe. Let's focus the beam down. Let's see what that looks like. So that's not where you focus it. Okay, so first I was just going to undo it right here, but that's not where you focus it. So this line right here is not the focuser. I want that kind of snug because I'm guessing that's getting into where the lid is. And that doesn't focus it either. Okay, so the top part takes off the lens but doesn't focus anything. Let's take a look here. Can we get it to focus? Oh, there it is. Okay, it is this line. It is this second line right here. We're going to focus them down. And that's about what you got. The focus doesn't work barely at all. So I'm going to pull it all the way in. And it's going to be the wide flood. There's the bright. It is insanely bright. And now we're going to try and focus it. And that's just not where you do it. So where do you do it? It says it's a focusing flashlight. Oh, okay. You don't spin it. You do not spin that. You just pull it out, and then you get a focused beam of light. Let's make sure we're not strobing it again. There's the focused beam on low. There's the flood beam on low. There's the focus beam on high. And there's the flood beam on high. I actually really like this. But it's not... The problem with this light is the packaging. The problem with this light is the packaging. So they could have said how this worked on the package, but they just sort of left it up to you to figure out how to focus and unfocus it. And that might seem intuitive, but from a person that grew up in maglite country where everything is just spin to focus beam, all the little maglites you have to spin to focus the beam, this pull out, pull in was very counterintuitive. It didn't seem right at all to me. Now let's take a look at our old light here. And you just kind of get the one beam. It's pretty bright. They tried to focus a bright spot in the middle and then give you flood toward the edges. This doesn't have the focus or anything on it. How does it stack up? I really like this flashlight a lot because I know, but the reason I like this is because of this one. Without this flashlight, I would have never bought this flashlight. I'm still going to keep using this one, especially in my emergency kind of bag of tricks there, because it's what I'm used to. It's the flashlight that I know this light is reliable completely. And I would never even dream of this failing me. I just can't imagine a world where it does. I'm sure it can, but I just can't imagine it doing that. But this really does stack up. I would have to do some longer term testing. I like the grips on this one. It's got kind of this little crenellated look to it. For me, this is thicker metal. It feels thicker. The metal is just a little bit more dense feeling in your hand. This feels like most things do now. It sort of feels like a Duracell flashlight. You know, you buy a packaged Duracell flashlight with their batteries. It's got that tin thin feeling to it. I'm not saying that it is tin thin, but that's the way that the finish on it kind of feels to me. Because of my own ignorance and the fact that they didn't put on the box how it focuses and unfocuses, and also because the strobe effect is not on here anywhere at all. You know, someone with what do you call that? Epilepsy. Someone with epilepsy could have got real sick. Like if they had that and flashed themselves in the eyes with it, they could have had a seizure. And it didn't say anywhere on this package at all that this strobes. We're going to give this one, so far on the unboxing and the fact that those two pieces of information were not on the box, I'm going to do something I never do. And for now, this is a 3.5 until it proves itself the way that this flashlight, this Ozark Trail flashlight, proved its service for however many years now, 6 or 7 years. It just absolutely became a go-to tool for me. Until this one proves itself, it's a 3.5. The packaging didn't say that it strobed. Someone could have got sick or had a seizure. And the focus is just super not intuitive to someone like me that would be buying it. I'm sure that this kind of thing is what... I'm sure that my generation, the early millennial, I'm sure that all of this kind of survival, happy crappy, claptrap, outdoor stuff is marketed to us because we're kind of like the generation that was still going camping with our parents and going fishing with our grandparents. I'm sure that people still do that, but I was just online the other day listening to a podcast. I think it was the Ducks Unlimited podcast, and they were talking about how the percentage of people that are hunting and the percentage of people that are fishing goes down every year. So I'm sure that somehow this packaging is designed for people of my age group. That's where the advertising is for. So until that flashlight proves itself, for me, this was a 3.5. I will say it was only $8, and $8 for a good flashlight, if it proves to be a good flashlight, is an absolute steal. So 3.5 out of 5. Now, I am Z-Tone Train. This is just a basic dude vlog, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Kind of a weird review for me. I don't know if I'm just kind of sleepy. I stayed up kind of late last night, went fishing this morning and fished all day, and now I'm going to make dinner before my wife gets home from work just to be nice and make sure she has something to eat. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.